New day. Don't leave it up to the other man or to another day. Take your life into your hands. Make it work out your way. It's not the number of times you stumble down and fall upon the ground. It's the number of times you pick yourself up and keep on moving on to meet your goal. Come on, everyone. The time to love is here. Let these troubled days be done. I tell you, come on, everybody. Come on, everyone. The time to love is here. Let these troubled days be done. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us today. This is Dr. Herbert Harris, and this is Success at Suppertime. Welcome on Instagram. What you say, baby? Inspire. Rockstar. Thanks for joining us. On YouTube, thank you so much for joining us. Kenya Crooks, my favorite personal development, my favorite personal trainer. All right. Hey, Kenya, thanks for joining us today. And What You Say, baby, out of Mississippi. And Inspire, Rockstar, thank you all for joining us today. We're continuing our Success at Suppertime series, and really we've been focusing on the first law of success, the law of thought. And we were sharing how one of the most important thoughts is the thoughts that you have about yourself, your self-image, how you see yourself, and even more importantly, how you feel about yourself. We also realized that our self-image is grounded in a lot of things that we didn't have control over when we were children, our upbringing, our family. But through the second law of success, we can change our self-image. And so that's what these talks are about. How do you improve your self-image? And just to give a quick recap, we went over that number one, the first step is to be honest with yourself. Step two, develop your imagination. Step three, be able to relax. Step four, have that winning feeling. Step five, cultivate good habits. And step six, aim to be happy. Now, all of these are taken from our book, The 12 Universal Laws of Success, and we're in chapter 1 on the law of thought, pages 50 through 53. When we talk about improving your self-image, these first six are 6 keys. But the seventh step to improving your self-image is critical. Number 7, unmask. A mask, reading from page 51, a mask is a personality trait that you create, that you project to the world. Its purpose is to hide the real you. Wow. Masks are symbols of insecurity and self-doubt. So when you put on a mask, you're hiding yourself. But one of the most interesting things is you don't normally wake up one day and say, hey, I want to put on a mask and hide the real me. Masks are often the result of someone else's expectations for you. I'm going to say that again. Masks are often the results of someone else's expectations of you. And that is why the mask is so dangerous. You see, when you wear a mask, you create a facade to please somebody else. And when you do that, it's generally at the expense of realizing who you are. It's at the expense of suppressing the real you. So this idea of unmasking is profound, because as long as you're masked, you can't get to the real you. Removing the mask of somebody else's expectations gives you the opportunity to stop deceiving yourself. As long as that mask remains, you cannot get to the underlying circumstances that caused you to create it. Neither can you get to that part of yourself that you need to change to improve your self-image. So what we're really saying here is that if you are living under somebody else's spell, if you're living under somebody else's groove, if somebody else is defining who you are, then you can't get to the powerful self-image. You can't see who you really are because having that mask is deceiving yourself. But I'll tell you this, the moment you remove that mask, the moment you decide to go for it yourself, you feel as though a great weight has been lifted off your shoulders. For the first time in a long time, you'll be able to see your path clearly. And I'll tell you something, when you make that decision to unmask, and those of you who are watching now and who will be watching in the future, if things are not going right in your life, life leaves clues. One of the things that can be undermining your success is a mask that you put on to please somebody else. The 8th key to improving your self-image is compassion. You must be sensitive to the needs of other people. You must be willing to give assistance to other people. As you progress along your success journey, you can acquire a greater sensitivity and a greater responsibility to the condition of other people. You see, compassion is amazing. When you see other people, it's kind of a manifestation of the second commandment. The second commandment says, treat your neighbor as you would like to be treated, the golden rule. And so when you have compassion for another person, you're really seeing yourself walking in their moccasins. And you're treating them the way that you would like to be treated in that circumstance. One of the things that we learn is when you have this sensitivity to other people, when you have this feeling of compassion, when you can feel another person's pain, it creates a vibration within you. It's almost the vibration of humanity. You can feel it. You can see what it does for them. You can see the joy that comes on their face when they realize that you care, that you're concerned. You know, in Genesis, it says that mind, has dominion over every living thing on the earth. And this godlike dominion brings with it a responsibility to respect and acknowledge and respond to the creations, all the creations of God, not just man, but the animals, the environment. So to have compassion, you know, sometimes people love their dogs better than they love their friends. That's a level of compassion. But in general, you want to have compassion for yourself, compassion for others, compassion for your friends, compassion for your environment. Now, compassion doesn't mean you let other people take advantage of you. Because, you know, sometimes people interpret weakness, interpret kindness for weakness. And when they do that, understand it. When a person interprets your kindness for weakness, that's on them. That's because they have such a low self-image and low self-esteem of themselves that they cannot see how any human being, namely you, would be kind to them. You know, you've seen people who've suffered a lot of trauma, and one of the things they can't imagine another person caring about them and showing them love. So compassion is key. And as you feel compassion for others, you begin to harmonize and create that mastermind alliance that can give you more power to achieve your dreams, to transform yourself. The 9th key to improving your self-image. And let me tell you something, everybody on this call, everybody on this broadcast, everybody on Instagram, on YouTube, pay attention. Number 9, the 9th key to improving your self-image is to grow from your mistakes. Woo! No one has ever succeeded without making mistakes. So stop beating up on yourself when you don't feel that you've done a good job, when you're disappointed in the outcomes that you're creating. That's okay. There are 2 things you do. You either win or you get a lesson. In any event, you're good to go. Because if you get a lesson, then that means you're learning what not to do. If you're making mistakes, at least you know that you're trying. Mistakes are life lessons in wisdom. Let me say that again. Mistakes are life lessons in wisdom. Many times we learn more from our mistakes than we learn from our successes. You know, when we are successful in everything, our ego can kind of take over and make us think how great we are and how we're doing so many incredible things. Kenya says, yes, either way you're winning. You're either getting a lesson or getting a victory. In any event, you're still winning, because as long as you're getting lessons, you get better. When you make mistakes, you become very attentive to what did work and what did not work. When you have great successes, sometimes you forget about the challenge. You just bask in the victory. When you make mistakes, you learn what does work, what does not work, and then you set aside your ego, say, to make the necessary changes. I'll say this. As long as you're going through mistakes and growth, sooner or later, all you have to do is learn from your mistakes and then keep working. Try again. Throw another blow. Anyone who's never made a mistake has probably never done anything important. Let your mistakes, through intelligent analysis, don't make the same mistake over and over, but through intelligent analysis, corrective action, let these mistakes now become markers to show you the way on your journey to the new you. Those of you who've not ordered our home study course, this lesson is particularly important, because in the new you for the new year home study course, the 4 aspects of the course are: number 1, to face the facts, to be honest with yourself, and to look at your strengths and weaknesses. Number 2 is the key, where we take corrective action, make the necessary changes. And see, this is why mistakes are so important, because as you make mistakes, you learn from your mistakes, and then that gives you the capacity to take corrective action. The 3rd lesson in that home study course is now to set new goals. You see, once you've figured out who you are, face the facts, once you've grown and learned from your mistakes, then you will set new goals. You will take a new look at your goals. And then lesson 4 is about now how to execute a plan, how to make and execute a plan that puts into practice all the things that we're doing in this book. So those of you who've not gotten our home study course, go to our website, www.herbertharris.com, and click on the home study courses tab. Check it out. We'd love to have you aboard. One of the great things about the home study course is we do mastermind sessions where we get together, me and my success team get together with people in the class to help them get some hands-on assistance and guidance. So today, just to recap, we've covered 3 more steps to help you improve your self-image: to unmask, to stop being impacted by other people's expectations for you. Number 2, to have compassion, to do unto others as you would have them do unto you, thus creating a powerful vibration to help you become magnetic to attract good things into your life. And then finally, number 9, to grow from your mistakes, to always know that you either win or you get a lesson, and all you have to do is make adjustments. Thanks so much for joining us, Dawn. All right, thank you, Papa. Thanks for joining us. So this is Dr. Herbert Harris, inviting you to join us tomorrow night, where we'll complete this whole session on improving your self-image, recommending that you get the book, work with the book, go through these lessons yourself, and get our home study course so that you can learn what you must do to become the person you desire to be. You can be what you want to be, do what you want to do, and have whatever you want to have, always knowing that the best is yet to come. So it is. The time to love is here. Let these troubled days be done. I tell you, come on, everybody. Come on, everyone. The time to love is here. Let these troubled days be done. We're going to let it groove on out for a minute. I want you to just bask in it. Seeing the new you. Seeing the powerful you. See your eagle wings. See yourself flying up to your dreams. Hey, it's possible. You have the power. Remember this. I often sit and wonder how things could be this way. I guess we'd better tell them this is a brand new day. Don't leave it up to the other man or to another day. Take your life into your hands. Make it work out your way. It's not the number of times you stumble down and fall upon the ground. It's the number of times you pick yourself up and keep on moving on to meet your goals. All right, folks, that's our song by Dr. H. The time to love is here. Uplift yourself. Fly on the wings of eagles to be what you want to be, do what you want to do, and have whatever you want to have, always knowing that the best is yet to come.